Antou Diop hasn't had any news of his nephew in weeks.
We're here in Kermanumbe. Malik Jop lives here. This is where he was born, where he studied, and where he grew up.
Malik, 25, who had gone to Russia to study law, suddenly vanished from the radar.
Malik lives here. Hello. How are you? Any news?
His brothers and sisters are worried.
These are the pictures he used to send us. We talked a lot. He encouraged us to keep studying. Here he's in Russia in a library. There are lots of books behind him.
In 2023, Malik left for Russia to study and find work. He regularly sent money to his family back in Senegal. But in April 2025, the young man disappeared without a trace. After days of silence, his relatives came across a video shared by the Ukrainian army on social media.
Repeat, where are you from?
From Senegal.
Malik, visibly weakened, has had just been captured by the Ukrainian army while fighting on the front line for Russia.
Someone offered him to go fight on the front line to make money.
Today, the Senegalese is being held in Ukraine, accused of being a Russian mercenary.
I had been in Russia for 2 years. A man approached me to propose going to the border. Now I want to go home. Russia is bad, very bad. I feel bad. I want to go home.
His family is in shock. The young man hadn't gone to Russia to fight in a war.
If you compare with pictures of him before, you can see that he's changed. You can tell he's suffered a lot. We pray for him that he can return to Senegal. He just wanted to succeed in his studies and help his brothers and sisters. Just that, he had nothing to do with all this.
How does a 25-year-old Senegalese man end up on the front lines caught between Russia and Ukraine, thousands of kilometers from home? Malik Jop is not the only one. Nationals from Central African Republic, Nigeria, Zambia, Cameroon, and many others have joined the Russian army. To strengthen its ranks, Vladimir Putin has increased recruitment operations all over Africa. Some young people voluntarily enlist to earn money. Nicknamed the Black Wagners, they serve Russian propaganda.
I feel good. I feel at home.
For others, the story is far more troubling. Several Africans were manipulated and forcibly enrolled in the army, like this Togolese national, also currently a prisoner in Ukraine.
We entered the army by mistake. They betrayed us.
Some remain stuck on the battleground, caught in a brutal war that has already claimed tens of thousands of lives. Sent to the front lines, they become cannon fodder.
We're not trained for combat. We want to go home.
In Ghana, one man decided to investigate Russian recruitment methods in Africa. His name is Godwin Esadiba. He's a journalist.
Almost a year ago, I began working on a story about some Ghanaians who are stuck on the front line of the war in Russia.
It all started in September 2024. Godwin Esadiba was contacted by a group of 14 men, all stuck on the front line in Ukraine. They claimed to have been forcibly recruited into the Russian army.
Their very first message was a cry for help. We need help. We want to return home. And once that was said, I knew they were in trouble.
Godwin recorded months of exchanges, messages, and video calls, secretly made from the front line between Russia and Ukraine.
I'll just play it so you take a look.
So this is
Exclusive footage where the Ghanaians show their daily life at war.
here. You can see it, right?
Yes, I can see it.
We are on top of a storage building.
Okay.
This is where we sleep.
Okay.
I wanted to show you another place, but then one of my friends is saying one of the people are there.
Make sure they don't catch you.
That is my fear. These are military helmets. If you are going to the war front, this is what they give you.
Right.
This is the bulletproof.
Okay.
And then these are the helmets.
Okay.
According to these men, Russia works with African agents in charge of recruiting men throughout the continent.
Right.
They say they were approached by one of them in Ghana and signed a contract written in Russian, a language they do not understand.
He told us there's a job opportunity over here in Russia, which is security work. Security work in a sense of maybe like in front of a bank. So if we are interested, maybe we will give him money.
Okay.
So we paid for our own plane ticket and then visa fee. Mm-hmm. The military people brought us a contract to sign. And then before, he told us that it's a security work, but we'll be trained by the military.
Right.
Yeah. But then they are saying we signed a contract to go to the war front. So there's no way they will not take us to the war front.
You can't go out anywhere.
You can't go out anywhere, even if you are going to private. The security, the military escorts you.
These soldiers say they earn over 2,000 euros per month paid by Russia. But today, despite the money, they all want to return home, far from the war. They are traumatized.
They told me that right after signing their documents, their passports were confiscated. They would have to go to the front line, aid in picking dead bodies or submitting ammunition to those who are at the forefront fighting. And they have witnessed people dying right in front of them. Some have been shot. So they keep living, hoping that God, would grant them life each and every day. It could in some way fall under human trafficking because these people were lured. They traveled under false pretense and they should have been told exactly what they were going to do.
The exact count of Africans who've joined the Russian army since the war began is unclear. Possibly hundreds. The number of those who died in combat is unknown. In central Ghana, Godwin is investigating the story of Isaac, a teacher who went to Russia 2 years ago to work. He was killed at the front. The journalist found his family.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I hope I can have a seat.
Yeah, you can
Thank you
sit
so
down.
much. Now,
Isaac's brothers don't know how he got to the front line or how he died. They heard the news on social media. Russia shares no information with the families.
It's a humiliation for us. We lost one of our own, and we don't even know what happened to him. We can't even retrieve his belongings or his body. We want to be officially informed. We have a right to know.
The family doesn't know where Isaac's body is or where the money he earned in Russia went.
That's how the story is all the time. It never changes. They hear that their people have joined the military, and then the next thing is that they don't hear from them. They are not animals, they are human beings. So it's just appropriate that you'll be able to trace that, get in touch to the family, to know what they want. Do they want the remains of the person? What happens to money or some sort of compensation?
Money, the hope for a better life. That's what drove Isaac and the others to Russia. Men willing to do anything to survive, easily manipulated. In Cameroon, Russia has adopted a new strategy. We obtained these images via a videographer authorized to film inside the Russian Cultural Center in Yaoundé. These Cameroonian children are singing a Red Army hymn in Russian in front of the Russian ambassador himself and the director of the Russian Cultural Center. The older girls recite a Soviet poem. These young girls have just received a scholarship. In a few weeks, they will fly to Russia. They don't yet know it, but some of them will end up working on the production of weapons of war. This Russian program is called Alabuga Start. It operates in about 20 African countries. As explained in this promotional clip, Alabuga Start offers airfare, housing, and paid training to female students who want to go to Russia. On paper, they take courses in production or logistics. But in reality, they are sent to an industrial zone where the Russian company Albatros LLC manufactures war drones. A large part of the students are in fact used as labor to assemble the drones. It's dangerous work. In April 2024, the site, considered a strategic location of the Russian army, was bombed by Ukraine. Several people were injured. Alabuga Start does not officially acknowledge that the young women are manufacturing weapons. Yet here, we see them working on launching a drone. While in another video, the students are inside the drone factory.
Where are you from?
Nigeria.
Welcome to Russia.
Thank you very much. Apply to Alabuga Start.
By the end of 2025, Russia plans to recruit over 8,000 female students through the Alabuga Start program. How many of them will build drones? How many others from the African continent will be used for the Russian war effort?